Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Appreciate you tuning in once again. So, I'm working on my group build for the Street Machines build from Blue Ox Models. Go check out Jason's channel and get in on the build. Get on this group build, guys. Let them know you're in on it. So there's a lot of guys in on it. I think it's going to be a cool build when it's all said and done. You head to the end of the year, plenty of time. Plenty of time. So, it's unfortunate our friends to the north of us here, I'm in Michigan, and the country's on fire up there, guys. I mean, everybody knows what's going on. So thoughts and prayers going out to you guys. That's a sad situation. People's houses being burned. That's unbelievable. So hope everything gets straightened around up there and gets taken care of. I know they're getting it somewhat under control. I feel for you guys up there. I really do. So hopefully that gets under control soon and get back to the things that matter, things of life. So, moving on. Back on our group build. That's where we're started. That's where we started with. We're going to continue to roll with that. So, a while back I painted this 69 Shelby GT500 and painted it in the MCW, what was that? Gunmetal Blue. That's what we painted it. And I don't know why. It's kind of dull looking now. I wet sanded it. So I started out with some 2000 and it didn't really need, but I want to take the shine off, like that sheen, took the shine off it, and then I went down to some 5000 and wet sanded with that. So we're gonna repaint this. The thing's just sitting on the bench. I'm looking at it and I keep looking at it, and I thought, I don't know. I'm imagining what it's gonna look like with the chrome on it and all that stuff, and I thought it looked good, but it doesn't it doesn't have that wow factor to it, It's just, I love the color. It's beautiful color, but just not for this. I thought it looked good on this, but it doesn't. So I'm going with a different color. I'm going with something else. So this time we're going to paint it white. I'm going to paint it Alpine white. This is another Chrysler color. I don't know, Chrysler must have some really cool colors back then, because that's a lot of the colors I have here. They're Chrysler colors. So this is MCW's Alpine white 6950E. And we're going to paint this bad boy in Alpine white on top of the blue. So it should give us a nice base. So maybe we'll get just a little off-white. So that should look pretty sweet. And like I said, this thing, it painted out so nice. I mean, I almost didn't want to wet sand it down. I thought, man, there was only a couple little spots in it. And I thought, boy, well, you know what? I just wasn't happy with it. And I got some dark red paint that I've been wanting to use. That's a Tamiya lacquer, and I had to find it. It's on the shelf up there somewhere, and I'll have to get that down and we'll paint the interior with that. It's a flat, it's not really dark red. It's kind of a medium burgundy reddish something. I don't really know. I just thought it looked really, really great on the interiors on the cars. So we're going to paint it in that and get this thing rolling. I've been working on the chassis on the other car for the 29 Ford, also for this build. To put that 5.2 Predator motor in there. The motor's pretty wide, so I might have to do some serious altercations, as they say, and see if we can get it fit. I may have to take the headers off it and run some pipes down. I think that's what I'm going to do, because right now the headers actually come down and they go right into the frame. And I thought, okay, I can do something with that, but I'd rather just peel the pipes off it and it's already a street rod, so we're going to make it street rod. And just have them just come out evenly off the side and maybe just right up in the driver's face, just like, as you're driving it. I don't know yet. So we'll see. We'll see how that turns out. But for right now, we're going to concentrate on the Shelby and get this back in some color again. So I'm going to do this in white. I'm debating on the hood. I think the hood should be flat black, and maybe we'll do flat black across the back here, because that's just a Mustang thing. I mean, it's how these are. It's state law. That's how they should be. Anyways, we're going to do that and get that rolling. Then we'll get this thing assembled, get the one down, and then we'll start on the other one. I'm debating on what color to paint that 29. Just not sure yet. So, okay, enough yappity yap. I'm going to take you over to the bench, and we're going to get started on this thing and turn it white. Let's go. All right, guys, we are bench side. So we are going to paint this bad boy Alpine white, 6950E. Like I mentioned earlier, This is just a nice subtle, it's not a bright white, it's more of a alpine white. So I am almost out of hardener. This bad boy is like sniffing fumes. So we're almost there. So this will be by probably the last paint until we get some more rolling. So make it count. Make it count, son. I believe it was Jerry Reed. I believe it was Jerry Reed. All right, so we gotta make sure this covers. I think I'm definitely gonna do the hood in flat black. I just think that looks super cool. So we're just gonna do this, the car only. So that should do the job. Make sure we mix enough here to get us good. Good. Okay, we are at my 0.5 milliliters. Like I say, these cups are pretty nice, incremented out. So they start at 2.5, 0.5, 7.5, 1, 0.0, 1.5, 2.0, 3.5, 3.0, and so on and so on. So these are pretty nice cups. These cups are from, these are Amazon, and these are just medicine cups without lids. So be careful. They come 50 in a pack, and they're like super cheap. So that's usually where I get them. Just have the wife ordered me up some, and voila, they show up in the mail just like that. So as usual, I do my 50-50, 1-to-1, however you want to say it, with my thinner and all that good stuff. So there's no metallic in this color. This is just a straight white. So this should paint up pretty nice. Okay, so we are even mix, even Steven here. All right, so we're just gonna add that baby in there. Oh, almost out. So with this amount here, 1.0 to 1.5 milliliters of hardener. That's where we're going to be. If we get that much out of it, I think we should. Oh yeah, we got lots in there. We got plenty. Yes, sir. Hardener up, my friend. We always throw that one away because hardener is not our friend once it's mixed in something we don't want it mixed in. That just turns the situation very ugly, very fast. Lessons learned from myself. Threw a bottle of paint away. Wasn't pretty. Okay, we'll get this stirred up here and go from there. So we are shooting this with the Iwata. We're going to be using the HP-C Plus, and I believe that has a 0.3 needle in it, and we are going to be running about 18 PSI on the compressor. So just to let you know where we're at with that. And we'll do this nice slow build and see how she goes. So guys, like I said before, when you're putting something on like this here, make sure you can flip-flop this around, move it, whatever, and it is not going to fall off. Because like I said before, if you get this in a situation and you need to readjust it once you started painting, you're pretty much out of luck unless you are really manipulative and try to like, okay, move it around or whatever. So just got to be careful with that. It's like milk. And as always, we use a spoon. Oh yeah, that look nice. Okay, now we got a nice base coat down. So now we're going to add about 0.5 milliliters more thinner, and we're going to put a nice heavy wet coat on. That'll give us our nice deep lustrous shine. So it's going to be a wet coat. There we have it, guys. Pretty. Alright. That's pretty good. Okay, guys, next step in our model building process here. We're going to get this interior put together. And this is the color I was talking about. And this is kind of cool. It's called dull red. I couldn't remember what it's called. Dull red. I think it looks really cool. It's not red. It's not flat red. It's dull red. So that's what we're going to put on it, is dull red, and that is LP18. The word of today is LP18. So that's what we're going to use. We're going to get these cut off, and we're going to get some interior put together. And we will get these painted up. Like I say, I use lacquer on most of my... Everything else on the build is lacquer. Let's go that route. Except for the exterior body. And usually the only time I'll use lacquer on the body is if it's a color I can't find in enamel, or if it's something that's got a lot of decals on it. Alright, that's not going to hold on nice, so we'll just cut that off. Because, you know, like I said before, if you get something in the paint booth and it's all wibbly-wobbly, and that thing falls off, yeah, you know who's going to care? Not the thing holding it, you will. So make sure it's what you want it to be. I can put these on so I don't cut my finger off. These things can happen. Alright, so I'm just going to do a quick slicey slice. A little clean. This kit's not bad. This is an older kit. So there's not a lot of flash on it. But hey, that's part of modeling. That's part I like about it. You know, it's not just something you take out of the box and whoop, there you go, together. This is the fun part about it. Cleaning it up. Making it look nice. Make it look good. Tell your friends, like, hey, I put that together myself. And it turned out nice. So you can see here, look how rough that is. So thankfully that's on the bottom. There's not really much I can do with that. I don't want to keep shaving it. Because in time, we won't end up with no seat. That's what this is going to be. So we're going to paint this and the seats. And we're going to put the seats together quick. And this can get sprayed. Because the dashboard is going to be black. That's going to be... Now I'm going to paint that satin black. And that's going to be the same black. We're going to paint the hood. And all that stuff. So let's get these seats put together. So we're using our extra thin cement by Tamiya. I like how you know, everybody's got different ways to say Tamiya. I mean, I've heard Tamiya. I don't know, I call it Tamiya. I really don't know what the real proper way it's said. I don't know. I guess whatever works for you, but to me it's Tamiya. That's what I go with. And like say, hey, it's however you want to say it. Or, you know, just one of those, depends what part of the country you're from and how you say it there. I don't know. Those don't fit that well. Not at all. Now, if I was really like, heck yeah, this thing's going to be sweet. You know, the proper thing to do would probably glue these together. Let them cure out nice and then put some putty on there. And, you know, go that route. So those seats are gonna need some serious clamp pressure here. So we're gonna throw our little clamps on here. Look at that, isn't that nice? So imagine some putty along there. Boy, that just seamed that out real nice. We'll put another clamp on the bottom. Let it be grand, and we'll give it another little run of glue. So I like the extra thin. You just put it in there and just let it wick its way down. Or if it's not wicking like this is, you just kind of help it along. Well, that'll do you. All right, we'll mix this guy up. This looks cool. I like this. I like the looks of this. And I have plastic all over my hands. So dull red. I've never used this before. So I don't know if you guys have ever used it, but we're going to see what it looks like. I think it's going to look pretty cool. So this is a cool color. That's really cool looking. I think that'll look really nice. It'll probably look like primer red all said and done, but here's what we're going to do. If I do decide to just do the seats, I may do this with it and see how it looks. So we're going to use our Tamiya thinner. Yeah, so this works really well with all these paints. So we're just going to do a 1-to-1 mix, thinner and color, so I shouldn't have to have too much of this. The way this looks, I'm thinking this is going to cover very well. So like I say, we're just going to do 1-to-1 and kind of roll with that. So like I said, I don't think I'll need a lot, but sometimes it surprised me. And see, I just wiped the side of that bottle with that. Rookie mistake. Alright, we'll see what we got here. We're at 0.25 milliliters, so we go to the 5 mark on the thinner. We should be close to home base here. Oops, I got one that's already open. Let's go with that one. Okay. So I just turned the oven on. Like I said, it's been sitting for a little bit of time now. Okay, so it's a 1-to-1. Pretty close. Pretty close. Okay, I'll do a little mixy mix in there. Just a little splish splash. Yeah, that's going to probably be really dull. Maybe it's going to be more duller than I'd like to see it. But we'll soon find out here. I think it'll look alright. Okay, we'll fire that up and we'll see what she looks like. Okay guys, we're going to see how this sprays out. Very nice interior color. Very nice. Okay, I couldn't find my poster tack. I got like a strip, one piece left, so I had to improvise. I had to go old school and use some masking tape. Okay, we'll let that dry out for a bit, and we'll come back and check that out in a few minutes. So we'll get the hood painted and the chassis, and we'll go from there. Okay guys, quick color change. When I do a color change, I don't clean the airbrush completely out. I just enough to get the other color out, and so it doesn't really mix. And I like to do the black last just in case. There is a little bit in there. So like I say, we're doing the dashboard, so we're just going to hit that quick. Just going to leave that on tree. Okay, we're going to paint underneath our interior tub here. Should still be looking good up top. That'll work. Get the chassis painted up. Okay guys, so while I was waiting for my paint to cure, I decided to do a breakdown on the Iwata. So now it's all sparkly clean. Pulled the needle out, tore the thing completely down, and give it a thorough cleaning. So it's been a while. I figured, you know what, be a good time for that. So that is out of the way. So we are good to go for the next run. So our hood is painted now. So now we are satin black. That looks pretty nice. Nice and clean. And now we are white. So it's been in the Suzy Bake Oven for quite some time. It's pretty dry to the touch. Not something I probably work with yet, but so I think I'm gonna like the white better, and I think we're gonna do this in black in here, just so it matches the hood. So I think that'll look really nice, all said and done. Yeah, that'll look good. That look nice. Get some bare metal foil on there. I think that looks super sharp. We'll get the black pinstripe on there. That looked pretty good. So, you know, I don't think I've ever bare metal foiled anything that was white. So this will be fun. This will be interesting. I'm really looking forward to this. So this turned out pretty nice. It was pretty clean. I don't see no debris in it anywhere. So I think we're going to be pretty good on this one. Like I say, it's pretty dry to the touch. It's pretty much workable at this point, but we'll run some panel line on it, give a little definitions on the door and all that good stuff, and see how she turns out. So let's see what our interior is looking like. So I showed you I painted the bottom of this. It's still a little wet. I put it on pretty heavy. And the top part, it's also still a little wet. I put that on pretty heavy as well. So we'll let that dry for a bit, but that looked really good next to that. That looked really sharp. So I think I'll take some of my Tamiya smoke, and we'll tint the windows in this just because we can. So it'll look pretty cool. And also did the chassis, so that looks pretty good. We're going to let that dry out a little bit more as well. Like I said, I mixed this pretty heavy, just so it'd cover good. I figured it'd dry by now, but the room is a little cool in here. I don't have no heat or nothing running tonight, so there we have it, guys. We are now white in color, and that's what we're going to go with. I like that way better. Like I said, I think I'm going to do a black across the trunk. I'm not sure yet because that spoiler is there. I'm just not sure how that would look, so I might think on that one for a minute. I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, so that's where we are. All right, guys, we're gonna wrap this up. So I appreciate you guys tuning in and following along on this. And this will be, I guess, episode 2 on this one. So, like I said, change of colors, change of plan. So we are gonna get this done and get it going. And like I said, I'm gonna let this bake for a little longer. We can really start hammering down on it. So now we get the chassis going. Next video, we'll get the engine done, wrapped up, and start putting interior together. And we'll do all that while this is still curing, because this will be a little bit before I really want to work on it, per se. So, once again, I appreciate you guys tuning in, checking out the channel, and we will see you on the next project. You guys have a good one. We'll see ya.